Hey friends, today's project I am going to try fading hair. Now, why am I doing this? Well, number one, I need a haircut. And then secondly, my sister-in-law, she posted on Instagram asking help as to how to fade hair because she was going to cut my brother's hair. So I thought, challenge accepted. Let me give it a shot and see how well I make out with fading my own hair. The first thing that you gotta do is, obviously you need your clippers. And I'm gonna start with the number one, going through across the sides, the bottom part of this, doing a number one. So you'll notice also that there's a little knob that takes it from long to short. The closer that you have your blade to the machine or to the clippers means that you're going to have a closer shave. Whereas the longer it is, obviously you'll have a much longer cut. So we're gonna start with the short one on number one, closer to the clippers. Depending on the length you want your hair to be, you can start with whatever number clip you want at the bottom of your head and increase the number as you go up towards the top. The lower the number leaves you with less hair closer to the scalp, while the higher the number means more hair remaining. In most cases, you would usually want to start with either a number one or number two clip. Try to get as straight of a line across through, depending on the design that you want. I'm just keeping this very simple. I don't know how straight this is because I'm trying to look at it from the mirror here, from the mirror back there, and I'm also trying to show you guys what it looks like. And then when you're cutting the hair, what you want to do is you want to kind of go up with a flick. So up with a flick. So not to necessarily having to go straight, but like kind of like up and a flick out. So now that I have that, I'm gonna go through with the number three, going up onto the top, trying to get as close up here as possible. And then I'm gonna fade it with the number two. So change this over to my number three. Now, the reason why I'm skipping the number two clip for now is because in this example, if you're not looking to cut the top of your head, you want to get up close to the top with the number three, and it'll allow you to fade easily later on with the number two. Or at least that's what I've been told. After I've done that, I'm going to go through a number two to kind of blend in from the number one to number three. So now I'm changing over my number three to a number two, going through all around similar to how I did it with the other. Here's a fun fact. On average, hair grows 0.3 to 0.5 millimeters per day, 1.25 centimeters or half an inch per month, and 15 centimeters or 6 inches per year. So if you mess up cutting your own hair, I hope it grows back quickly for you. So this is what it starts to look like once I've gone through the path. It's starting to get there, but obviously it's not yet completely faded all that well. So now what I have to do is try to blend in this line. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a line over here where you can distinctly see between the number one and the number two. So I'm going to go through that and just blend it in, but using again a number one, and this time that number one blade will be on the longer setting so that I can blend it in together. So it's kind of like a 1.5, I guess you can say. And then from there, continue on just going through lightly across that line and trying to blend it in. As I'm going through this with the number one on the longer setting, I wonder if I should have done a pass through with a number two on the longer setting between the 2 and 3 cuts. I can't really tell the difference, so I think I'm okay. But give it a try and let us know how it goes for you by sharing a comment below. It looks like it's somewhat blended in much better than it was before. I can't really see from over here. I have to take a look closer at a mirror, but it looks like it's okay. So now I just gotta clean it up. Probably going to go through this with a 0.5. So really just taking this off. Well, actually no. First what I wanna do is just go through the bottom part with the number one on the lower setting, just in case I missed any of these areas, just to make sure that everything is flat. Okay, now I'm gonna go through with 0.5. So on the no blade, but higher. You don't necessarily have to do this step with having to pass through without a clip. You can simply go ahead and leave it as it is, or line it up to clean up the edges and call it a day. I simply do this because I tend to like having a bit of a bald fade below. Ta-da! And that is it when it comes to fading hair. I don't know. I really don't know how it turned out because I can't see it properly here in the mirror. But that is how to fade hair. Hope that was helpful. I want to cut a bit off of the top here. Now, what I should have done was stop while I was ahead of myself, and I should have left the top alone. I can definitely say I took a bit more off than what I had intended to.